Okay, so another topic tayo for numerical methods. Okay, so we have a simple fixed point method. Okay, so ano ba tong simple fixed point method na sinasabi dito? Okay, so first we have to discuss muna yung open methods. Kasi yung previous topics natin for bisection saka false position method is bracketing methods yun, di ba? So nag-a-assign tayo ng mga values. Okay, may upper and lower limit. Okay, so dito sa open methods, medyo iba yung kanyang method, syempre. Okay, so for bracketing methods, the root is located within an interval prescribed by a lower and an upper bound. Okay, yung sinasabi dyan, yun yung may limit tayo. Okay, so for bracketing methods, meron tayong limit. Di ba? Meron tayong nilalagay na XL saka XU. Upper and lower. Yung last time, yung 12 and 16. Okay? So, naka-bracket siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, within this value, nandun yung ating true value. So, 12 to 16. Okay? So, yan sinasabi sa bracketing method. And for open methods naman, so, akan munang basahin. So, repeated application of these methods always results in closer estimates of the true value of the root. Such methods are said to be convergent because they move closer to the truth as the computation progresses. Okay? So, dito kapag sinabi palang convergent, okay, so ibig sabihin yung mga values natin is papalapit at papalapit sa ating true value. Okay? Kasi may mga instances na yung ating mga value is lumalayo sa true value. Okay? So, ibang tawag naman natin doon. So, kung convergent, papalapit. Kapag divergent naman, ito naman yung papalayo. Kung mapapansin nyo dito, divergent or diverge or move away from the true root. Okay? So, in contrast, the methods described in this chapter are based on formulas that require only a single starting value of x or two starting values that do not necessarily bracket the root. Okay? So sa open methods pala, ang ginagamit lang natin na starting value is isa, either isa or dalawa. Pero binanggit din dito na yung two starting values natin that do not necessarily bracket the method. Ibig sabihin, balik ulit tayo. So di ba yung ating true value nung nakaraan is 14.7, okay, let's say 14.72. Ibig sabihin kapag open methods yung gagamitin natin, hindi necessary na nasa pagitan itong 14.72. So dito pwede natin gamitin starting value is let's say 12 and 13. Okay? So kung mapapansin nyo, itong 14.72 is wala doon sa pagitan. Pero kapag open methods kasi gagamitin natin, ito magko-converge papunta sa true value natin. Ibig sabihin, yung method natin na gagamitin dito is papalapit at papalapit pa doon sa ating true value. Unlike nga dito sa bracketing method, again, nasa pagitan dapat yung true value. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so as such, they sometimes diverge or move away from the true root as computation progresses. However, when the open method converge, they usually do such more quickly than the bracketing methods. We will begin our discussion of open method techniques with a simple version that is useful for illustrating their general form and also for demonstrating the concept of convergence. Okay? So dito sinabi na may mga instances daw na yung open methods nakalagay dito, they usually do much more quickly than bracketing methods. Ibig sabihin, itong open methods may instances na mas mabilis tayong makuha yung true value. Okay, kasi open methods nga, ibig sabihin, kahit anong maging value natin, basta nagko-converge papunta sa true value, is okay pa din yon. Okay, ibig sabihin, reliable pa din yung ating solution kasi open method siya. Okay, hindi natin alam kung papalapit ba siya o papalayo. Nakadepende sa ating initial value. Pero dito naman, meron naman tayong ginagamit na parang formula. para matest natin na yung ating magiging starting value is magko-converge. Okay, ma-discuss natin dito yon sa simple fixed point. Okay, so ito yung first topic for open methods, which is the simple fixed point method. So as mentioned above, open methods employ a formula to predict the root. Such a formula can be developed for simple fixed point iteration, or as it is also called, one-point iteration or successive substitution. Okay? Ibig sabihin pala, yung mga makukuha natin mga value, yun ang gagamitin natin as our value for the successive iteration. Okay? Kaya nga sinabi siyang simple fixed point o successive substitution. So by rearranging the function f of x equals to 0 so that x is on the left-hand side of the equation. Yung parang ginawa lang natin sa equation natin. Yung nakaraan do sa parachutist, di ba? Meron tayong 40 is equals to mga ba yun? Nalimutan ko na. 1 over c multiplied by basta 1 minus e raised to mt over c. Ayan, ito e. Okay? Di ba ang ginagawa natin dito to calculate for the function of the drag coefficient, ililipat natin ito sa kabila. Okay? Kaya dito, parang nagkakaroon lang tayo ng minus 40. Okay, then minus 40. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi dito na ini-equate natin sa 0. Then yung equate sa 0, yun yung magiging function natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, this transformation can be accomplished by either algebraic manipulation or by simply adding x to both sides of the original equation. So, for example, so dito, ina-arrange lang natin. So, we have x squared minus 2x plus 3 equals 0. So, para makuha yung value of x, so can be simplified or manipulated to yield. So, ito, nilipat lang natin tong 2x sa kabila. Okay, kaya matitira x squared plus 3 equals to 2x. Divided by 2, so kaya magiging value of x natin is x squared plus 3 all over 2. Okay, parang dinerive lang natin itong ating quadratic equation. Okay, kung quadratic man siya o polynomial. Okay, nakadepende sa ating magiging problem. Okay, so whereas sin x equals 0 could not be put into the form of equation 6.1. Okay, ito yon. So by adding x to the both sides to yield, ayan, para makuha lang yung value of x. Kasi yung sin x, hindi natin makukuha yung value of x kasi angle yung makukuha natin doon. If ever man na magigat yung equation natin, sin x equals to 0. Di ba? Arc sin 0 is 0. Tama ba? Arc sin 0, 0. Okay? So wala tayong makukuha mga values doon. Kaya ang ginawa dito sa equation na to, so we have x equals to sin x plus x. So, nagdagdag lang tayo ng x both side. Kasi kapag nilipat natin, maka-cancel out lang naman sila. Okay? Kasi same magnitude but different sign. Okay? So, ayan. Parang ini-equate lang natin yung mga equation. So, the utility of equation 6.1 is that provides a formula to predict a new value of x as a function of an old value of x. Thus, given an initial guess at the root xi, equation 6.1 can be used to compute a new estimate xi plus 1 as expressed by the iterative formula. Okay, so kapag nakuha na natin yung value o yung new value, ang designation natin is xi plus 1. Okay, xi is yung ating old value, then xi plus 1 is the new value. Okay, so tatandaan nyo lang yon. So, as with other iterative formulas in this book, the approximate error for this equation can be determined using the error estimator. Okay? So, yung formula naman natin to calculate for the approximate error, yan, ganun pa din. Kung tutusin, new value minus previous over current. Okay? Current value minus previous over current value, absolute value na times 100%. Okay? So, gano'n lang ka-simple. Parang tulad lang din naman ito nung na-discuss natin nung nakaraan. Okay? So, yung true value minus approximate over true value. Dito naman sa approximate error, so we have current value minus previous or over current. Okay, times 100%. And lahat yun is absolute value. Okay, wala tayong negative error. Okay, so ito yung binabanggit ko sa inyo kanina para malaman natin na yung ating magiging initial value is magko-converge. Ibig sabihin, pag magko-converge, papalapit at papalapit sa ating true value. Okay? So try tayo example. Okay? So kagaya dito. Okay? So problem na to. Okay, so yung magiging convergence test natin, ito, f of x. Yung ibig sabihin itong zero, ito yung zero iteration natin, parang initial value. Then multiply by f of double prime o second derivative of x0 all over first derivative square. Okay, so dapat yung magiging value of g of x natin is greater than 0 but less than 1. Ibig sabihin, nasa point something lang siya. Para masabi natin na yung ating initial value will be converge. Okay? So, try natin itong example. So, mabilis lang naman itong intindihan ko, 2,000. Okay? So, use the fixed point, simple fixed point iteration to locate the root of f of x equals to e raised to negative x minus x. Okay? So, try natin. Ayan. Okay? So again, yung sinabi dito sa simple fixed point iteration, ito is successive substitution lang. Okay? So dito, nag-assume tayo ng initial value. Initial value natin dito is 0. Itong xi. Ito, number of iteration. Again, for the simple fixed point, yung ating initial value will be at 0 iteration. Okay? So 0 yung initial value natin. So paano natin makukuha itong first iteration value? So ganun pa din. So we have f of xi, di ba? Equals to e raised to a negative x minus x. Okay, para makuha itong next value natin, so we have xi equals to e raised to xi natin? Negative 0 minus 0. Kaya yung xi natin dito is xi plus 1 na to. Xi plus 1 will be 1. Okay, kasi e raised to 0 is 1. Okay, ito na yon sa first iteration natin. Okay, so next, kukunin natin tong second iteration. Okay, so sa second iteration tayo. Okay, ito yung magiging xi mo na. Okay, sa second iteration, ang magiging xi mo is yung 1. Then, kukunin mo yung value of f of xi plus 1. Yung pa din equation natin, which is e raised to negative x minus x. E raised to negative x minus x. Substitute nyo yung value of 1. E raised to negative 1 minus 1. Kaya yung magiging value natin dito of xi plus 1 will be so negative 0.6321. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung sa second iteration, ipa-plus lang natin yung previous. Okay? Ipa-plus lang natin. Para ito yung gagamitin natin na taga ba doon? Magiging initial value for the third iteration. Okay lang extend. Okay? Kaya magiging value natin dito will be xi plus 1. So we have, lagay ko din. So we have 1 minus 0.6321. Kaya sagot natin dito will be 0.3679. Okay? Ito yung magiging xi natin sa third iteration. Xi natin will be 0.3679. Okay, same procedure. So, substitute nyo para makuha yung f of xi plus 1. So, we have e raised to negative 0.3679 minus 0.3679. Okay, kaya magiging value natin dito will be e raised to negative 0.3679 minus 0.3679. So, we have 0.3243. Okay? Para makuha natin yung magiging xi natin for fourth iteration, so pag-plusin lang natin. So we have 0.3679 plus 0.3243. Okay? Kaya magiging value natin dito will be 0.3679 plus 0.3243. Okay, so we have 0.6922. Okay, tingnan natin kung tama. Kung sa nakuha natin. So for third iteration, ang ating nakuha is 0.6922. Then for second iteration, 0.3679. Okay, tingnan natin dito sa table. Same lang yung magiging procedure hanggang iteration 10. Okay, ito. 0.3679 for second iteration. Okay, then 0.6922 for third. Okay, yan. Okay, para isa-substitute lang at isa-substitute natin. Okay? Ayan, so ito yung magiging xi natin for fourth iteration. So we have xi, yan na yun, 0.6922. Para makuha yung f of xi plus 1, so we have e raised to negative 0.6922 minus 0.6922. Okay, so we have 0.2505. Okay? Para makuha yung value of xi plus 1. So we have, pagpa-plusin uli natin to, yung nakuha natin, then yung initial. So we have 0.6922 plus 0.2505. Okay, kaya we have 0.6922 plus 0.2505. So we have 0.9427. Okay, ito yung magiging support iteration natin. Mali. Wait. Ba't iba yung value niya? Nakuha natin is 0.50473. Ay, mali pala yung pindot ko, sorry. Minus 0.922. 0.6922. Okay, negative 0.1917 lang pala. .1917. Okay. So mali yung aking minus 0.1917. Okay. So we have 0.6922 minus 0.1917. Kaya meron tayong 0.5055. 0.5005. Okay? Ito yung magiging value natin for fourth iteration. Ito. Okay? So EA, again, current value minus previous all over current times 100. Okay? Pag ET naman, true value minus approximate all over true value. Okay? So, sir, ano yung magiging ano natin dito? True value. Okay? So, okay. So, ayan, for simple fixed point iteration. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kung mapapansin nyo sa true value natin o sa true error, paunti at paunti na yung magiging true error natin. Same dito sa EA. Okay? So, yan lang yung magiging procedure natin on how to calculate for simple fixed point. So, sir, so dito nalaman natin na convergence siya. Okay? O nagko-converge. Okay? Ibig sabihin, papalapit sa true value. So, paano natin malalaman? So, by means of, ito nga yung test. Okay? Copy natin yung test. Convergence test. Okay? Yan. So, ito yung magiging testing nyo para masabing convergence o yung ating magiging first value o initial value will be converge. Okay, so di ba given tayo dito ng function of x which is e raised to negative x minus x. Ito yung f of x0 initial. Okay, so ang kailangan natin f of prime then f of double prime. So we have f of prime x equals to negative e raised to negative x minus 1. Then f of double prime, so we have e raised to negative x, then derivative of constant is 0. Okay? Yung initial value na sinet natin is, okay, so yung initial value na sinet natin is 0. Okay, tingnan natin kung nagko-converge siya. Kung isa-substitute natin dito yung 0, so we have 1. Okay, so dito kapag isa-substitute natin 0, so we have negative 1 minus 1, negative 2. So dito kapag isa-substitute natin yung 0, so we have 1. Okay, ilalagay natin itong mga value na to dito. Okay, so we have absolute value of f of x, 0. So we have 1 multiplied by f of double prime. So 1 all over f of prime square. So we have negative 2 square. Kaya ito is absolute value of 1/4. And 1/4 is 0.25. 0.25 is within g of x, which is greater than 0 but less than 1. Okay? So, ibig sabihin pala yung ating 0 na initial value will be converge. Okay? Ibig sabihin, lalapit at lalapit sa true value. So, ano ba yung magiging true value natin dito? Equate lang natin to. So, we have e raised to negative x minus x. Pwede natin. So, 0, e raised to negative x, 0, shift, ayan, e raised to negative x minus x. Yan. So we have 0.56714. 0.56714. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo dito, papalapit at papalapit na tayo sa true value. Okay, so 0.564879 sa iteration number 10 tayo. Again, nakadepende kung ano yung magiging terminating condition. Let's say dito sa problem na to, terminate if ET o true error is less than 0.4%. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kapag mababa sa 0.4%, titigil na tayo. Kaya dito sa iteration number 10, yung ating true error is 0.399. Ibig sabihin, mas mababa na siya sa 0.4. So dito na tayo titigil. And ito na yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple guys yung sa simple fixed point. Isa-substitute nyo lang lagi yung previous. Okay? Kapag na-substitute nyo na, then i-plus nyo yung sa previous. Yun na yung magiging initial nyo for next iteration. Kagaya dito, ulitin natin. Okay? So, sa first iteration, so 0. So, 0 plus 1. So, ito yung ating initial value per second. So, sinubstitute natin yung value of 1 dito sa function of f of xi plus 1. So, nakuha natin is negative 0.6321. Itong negative 0.6321, ipa-plus nyo doon sa initial. Kaya xi plus 1, meron tayong 0.3679. Itong makukuha natin value, ito yung gagamitin natin as initial value for next iteration. Okay? Then, substitute the value for the given equation of given function. Okay, so we have e raised to negative 0.3679 minus 0.3679. So we have 0.3243. Again, ipa-plus natin ito doon sa initial. Kaya we have 0.3679 plus 0.3243. Okay, kaya nakuha natin is 0.6922. Itong 0.6922 ang gagamitin natin as initial for the next iteration. Okay, then and so on. Okay, so nakadepende again guys kung ano yung magiging terminating condition. O kaya kung halimbawa na nilagay sa problem, terminate at 15 iteration. Okay, so hanggang 15 kayo mag-compute. Pero kung nakalagay naman is mga percentage ng true error or approximate error, kagaya nito, okay, terminate if ET is equals to or less than 0.4%. Titingnan nyo lang doon sa ET. Okay? Kung alin dito yung 0.4. Kapag may nakita na kayo 0.4, stop na kayo doon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, okay na yung inyong table. Okay? So, maganda kasi talagang lagi itong naka-table. And talagang naka-table to. Okay? Kapag magsosolve kayo. Okay? So, yun lang yung pinakang concept ni simple fixed point iteration.